Hello once again. In the last review, we've intrigued you with the fact that the following phone will risk to throw out a challenge to the premium segment, Samsung and iOS. How do you think? Is it true or not? Well, let's have a look. Let us show you the review of UHANS U300. The first thing that should be admitted is cover. What we see here, the big square box, paper with a gold inscription UHANS, and under it beautifully packed phone, and also in the separate box there is the charger. Well, show off was successful, but they forgot about earphones. Generally, I feel as though I bought a bottle of expensive whiskey. It is packed in duty-free just the same. Now let's look at this beastie closer. It is one of the phones which case deserves attention. We've got used to the standard forms, habitual cases, when phones can be distinguished only according to the name. For the rest, all of them are approximately identical, but U300 is distinguished among all phones. The first, U300 is a metal, to be more precisely titanic, heavy and strong device. You are not afraid to break it in the pockets of your jeans, and you shouldn't be worried if it falls on the ground. It is really strong. The second thing, which premium segment can be without leather. It is rarity, but still it's a fact. The back side of the phone is covered by leather, and it creates not only good coupling with the palm, but it shouts that this thing is not cheap. On each side we have balls here which add brutality. Also from above and from below, plastic panels emphasize this brutality. It's not a female phone, it's a serious male companion. The main pride of U300 is his huge screen, 5.5 inches with a display resolution 1920 on 1080 pixels. It is bright, color rendering is perfect, angle of view from many sides. The only point at issue here is navigation buttons on the screen. They are situated outside the case for more successful appearance. Well, and the second most important indicator of the modern smartphone is its camera. We just can't live without photos and selfies. The main camera, 13 megapixels, and it makes photo not worse than premium Samsung's. The front-facing camera, 5 megapixels, but its quality is nevertheless quite good. Okay, let's look at the main characteristics. We see just a plane, really. To buy the phone of the premium class for $200 with such characteristics is a nice purchase actually. The heart of the device is 8 cores Cortex, 1.5 GHz each, graphics Mali 860. It possesses 4 GB of core memory and 32 GB of constant memory. The SD cards isn't necessary here, in fact, though the slot is also here. It supports 64 GB of memory, and there is Android of 6.0 version. The screen is 5.5 inch with full HD. You could notice that UHANS use big power batteries in phones, and U300 is not an exception. It possesses 4750 mAh battery. Okay, and now synthetic tests. Let's have a look what Antutu can tell us. The phone scores 45,000 and takes the 51st place. It should be admitted, my dear friends, that this phone is produced not for gamers. I mean the main features here, the camera, design, functionality. But along with it, 45,000 scores. It's a comfortable playing for all modern games. By the way, let's look at one heavy game on this phone and check it. I suggest to look at the phone productivity in RPG game, which I like very much, Shadow Blood. This game is heavy, 500 megabytes. It possesses many effects, shadows, qualitative drawings and complicated animations. In other words, it is worth a test for any device. I can't just say that the game is flying, but on the whole it is quite good. Generally, gamers with UHANS U300 can be sure that this device is acceptable for even heavy games. And now let's sum it up. For whom and for what? UHANS U300 has its own rich style and expansive look, possesses the good camera, the big screen and different kinds of sensors. And what is more important, it has a very powerful battery. I think it will perfectly suit guys and men who love things which look expensively but don't want to pay $1,500 for it. U300 costs only $200 and can be your good friend. Speaking about minuses, we've mentioned navigation buttons on the screen. As for the rest, it is very good purchase for this money.